All right, we're in day 4, and so far this week, every day has just been so convicting.
It really, really has. And we were just talking, here we see Peter. Seems like he wants to be, I think we ended up with the word reckless yesterday. It seems like he wants to have this reckless love, this complete abandonment to what Christ would will for him.
I mean, we saw this in day 1, right? His indignation that
That's
Jesus
right.
would wash his feet. And then his complete surrender. Like, okay, if you're going to wash my feet, then not just my feet, wash like all of me.
Right.
We see this passion.
And I love that.
Peter.
Right. I love that about Peter. But yet it also seems that Peter, like we also see, because we know the full story, right? And we know that Peter has not quite matured in his faith or his understanding of what's going down right now.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that Jesus knows. Jesus knows the whole picture, and we kind of see that with his question.
He does, yeah. And I love, like, again, this is an intimate setting, right? And we saw Jesus' interaction with Judas, and now we see him interacting with Peter. And there is no hint of condemnation.
Not at all. Not at all.
But we do see, I wrote down that Jesus felt the sting of Peter's betrayal before it even happened, because his response to Peter's, like, oh, I will lay down my life for you, isn't just, oh, no, you're not, you're going to betray me. It's this question, will you lay down your life for me?
Yeah, and I, with that same thought, Ashrita, I wonder, were the next words even a little hard for Jesus to have to tell Peter?
Yeah.
Like it's not easy to speak truth into someone's life, but he goes on to say, truly, truly, I say to you, the rooster will not crow till you have denied me 3 times. I never really thought about it that way before. That, did Jesus have to pause to say that to the one that he loves?
I mean, it brings tears to my eyes even to read it, because Peter was one of Jesus' best friends. He was one of the 3, right? Jesus had a whole hundreds of thousands of followers. He had 70-some disciples that he sent out. He had 12 that he had selected to walk with him every day. And then he had a group of 3. And John is one of them, and Peter is another. And there is this interaction where Peter's up in arms, passionate and zealous, and he is going to do what it takes. And I don't think it's reading into the text just to see that question. Like, his first response is just putting that back to Peter, like, will you lay down your life for me? And Jesus knows the answer. Peter doesn't.
Right, yeah.
And so another thing that I love here is that Jesus, Peter thought he knew the depth of his devotion. He was convinced, and this is what I'm going to do. But Jesus knew better, and he loved him anyway.
He totally does. He totally does. And he speaks truth into Peter's life that, we will see come back around again in the Gospel of John. Yeah, that will help to mature Peter's faith. He knows what Peter needs.
Yeah. I mean, it made me wonder, like, for me personally, I wrote down, sometimes my enthusiasm outruns my motivation and discipline and obedience, and I live in a delusional world. Like, yes, I'm going to do all these things for Jesus. Like, I am going to be so passionate and tell everyone, and so obedient and love in all these ways, and of course I can, and Jesus knows better. And he doesn't leave us there. Like, he calls us into maturity and obedience, and yet he loves us right where we are. And my prayer for the day was, it's a song lyrics.
Okay.
Let my deeds outrun my words, and let my life outweigh my song. Instead of being quick to speak and declare, let me be the one who carries through.
Amen to that, Ashrita. Yeah. Would love to know your takeaway, ladies. We've covered a lot in these last 4 days. So, what has stood out to you? We'd really love to hear from you.
Let us know.